What's good is your boy Tab Money, and today I'm gonna talk about the fairy race, the fairy beings within the astral planes, and they actually collected, they actually connected to Celtic mythology and stuff like that, and Celtic paganism, basically within Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and Britain around those areas, basically like Western Europe and stuff, or whatever part of Europe. So when it comes down to the fairy beings, they are the gatekeepers and the ones who have the keys to these realms and worlds that are like Dungeons and Dragons. But basically, these spiritual beings or these astral beings live personally within their own realm. You got a personal realm for elves, and you got a personal realm. Sometimes the half elves or the human elves share with the elves within these realms. You got a round specifically for tieflings, rounds for specifically for goblins. So when they all come together, you have to do be in a realm or universe that all of them live together. But they do have their own personal realm. And when it comes to these personal realms that they live in, the gatekeepers of those realms are the fairies themselves. That's why fairies are popular, and that's why they're kind of known. You know what I'm saying? Definitely within, Celtic mythology and stuff, and with the Druids and Scottish witchcraft and stuff like that. All within United Kingdom and places like that. So when it really come down to it, fairies, saying they can bless you, they can guide you to your spirituality, they can do a lot of things. And when it come down to fairies, they definitely can bless you with many things in your life. They can bless, but it's mostly spiritual though. Like when you're dealing with fairies, it got something to do with the spirit realm. But they are the gatekeepers to that, to the rest of the astral beings. So fairies are like way above the high class. You know what I'm saying? They're above the class of all the astral beings within the astral planes. When it comes to the orcs, the genomes, the hobbits or halflings, and dwarves, and many other magical beings that's within the spirit realm, and even the drow, the elves, the human elves, the elemental elves. So there's different forms of beings within the astral planes, and the fairies are the gatekeepers of that and hold the key to these realms and these spirit realms that you can gain access of. A lot of people don't speak about the access that these spirits can give you. They can give you a multitude of access to multitude of realms within the astral planes, mainly for orcs or mainly for drows, mainly for any Pacific astral being. Like you might say they all live together, but they have their own personal realm within the astral planes, within the spirit realm. The orcs have their own world realm. Everybody has their own spirit realm. See, the spirit realm is a universe of itself. It's many multitude of worlds and universe and spirit realms within the spirit realm, within the astral planes to be exact. Astral plane being one of many realms. There's a multitude of realms within the astral planes, and the astral planes is constantly creating more realms, creating more beings that none of us don't even know of at this moment. There might be people in this world might know who them beings are, but have not brought them into existence. And that's what it really comes down to. So fairies are the gatekeepers of these astral beings realms. So whether it be the orcs, the hobbits, the dwarves, the tieflings, and all of the spiritual beings that exist. And fairies are connected and have the key to that. They are connected to plants, so you can mingle with fairies by collecting herbs or plants that you see either in your local community or anywhere you can find like plants at, you know what I'm saying? Just, work with them, make mojo bags out of them. There's many things you can do with the herbs around you and even with the rain itself. You know what I'm saying? There's many things you can connect yourself with fairies with. You know what I'm saying? You can connect with fairies in a multitude of ways just by being in tune with nature and being in tune with the spirit realm. Either you got to use crystals, meditation to open up your chakras, definitely your third eye chakra, and so on and so forth. And that's what it really comes down to. So fairies are very powerful beings. You know what I'm saying? They are very powerful beings because they're above the class. They're above the caste system or wherever you want to call it. They are the high ranking and high level beings within the spirit realm. And that's what it really comes down to. So fairies are very powerful beings, and they come in many races too. It's not just many races as well, but different types of beings. That's what there's books like Brian Froud. He came out with multiple books that really show what fairies look like, with the true definition of what they look like. And also when I say fairies, I'm including fairies go by all sorts of ways. Like basically all the astral beings within the spirit realm that exist within the spirit realm are part of the fairy race, part of the fairy bloodline, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to the because of the magical use that they have. You know what I'm saying? Like whole 9 yards. So fairies are very popular, but they can be tricksters that love to play tricks on you. I remember I had a gang of fairies in my house that was playing tricks on me and everything, and also everything had calmed down because I had a multitude of spirits, that surround me. That's why I'm fully protected, because if you connect yourself with astral beings, you know what I'm saying, magic is just by using your imagination, using your mind or your third eye, and your connection to the spirits, and meditate and put what you want to put out there into the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. So that's one thing I want to say to y'all about fairies. You know what I'm saying? They are tricksters. They can play tricks on you for how long as they want. They can come back and play tricks on you. But once you're on their level, once you get to connect to them, you know what I'm saying? Spiritual. This book I got called Urban Fairy Magic, where it talks about the fairies that's within the communities of North America and everywhere around the world. Basically, a country that's similar to America, or basically in Europe and in North America. That's where mostly fairies are mingle at and basically reside, because the people who are connected to these beings brought them with them. And most of these fairies multiply within the spirit realm and stuff like that. So that's one thing I want to say. So they are tricksters. They can play tricks on you and crack up and laugh at you and do a whole bunch of things. But they are gentle. They are harmless. They can love you to death. They can bless you to death. They can really fully protect you and bring many different astral beings, whether it can be orcs, goblins, all that. They are above all those beings. You know, see, the fairy is above all those beings. And the second of them is the elves themselves. The elves are second, and you just go down the list. So that's one thing I want to say. So when it comes to fairies and stuff, and fairies within the astral planes, they are the gatekeepers. You can find them in the crossroads. You can find them at parks. If you have your third eye active and you can see visually of all the spirits around you. And that's what it really comes down to. So this is your boy Tag Money Man. I hope you enjoy this video about astral beings. Look out for more videos of this, because I'm gonna go through the list. I'll talk about each individual beings and what they represent. If you want to learn more about fairies, you go on LlewelynWorldwide.com or Llewellyn Books, or you simply go on Amazon and find them. You can buy books about Celtic paganism, like Druid, shamanism, anything that got to do with Celtic paganism or Druidry or stuff like that. They are the main groups that are connected to fairies. People who are practicing Scottish witchcraft and all this other stuff. They are the main ones, and you want to get a hold of their practices, because their practices show how they really connect with fairies. And that's what they want to say. So this is your boy Tag Money Man. Be looking out for my next video. It's going to be about elves. And stay tuned. So peace.